Alpha Lima, your Skyline traffic's approaching landing threshold. Your number 2, runway 22, wind 190 at 18. Skyline 32 Alpha, turn right at the Bravo 1, then right on Bravo. Right on Bravo 1, right on Bravo. Just Bravo. Yakima, wind 190 at 13.
What's up, guys? We're back with the new Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I'm pretty speechless. It's fun. The graphics are amazing. I'm running on a pretty mid-range laptop, a gaming laptop. I'm working on my current gaming build right now, and so for medium or like a mid-range laptop, it's treating me pretty good. I have the Track IR5 working out pretty good, and so we're just going to talk about how it is, and I'm going to run through an instrument brief for Astoria Regional Airport. I gotta love the ATC and how generic is their call sign. It's fantastic. It's horrible. Whatever. We'll get right to this instrument approach. So I'm flying the Cessna 172, which is beautifully done. I love it. It is the main plane I fly. So we're coming up to ILWAC, and we're at 4,000 feet. We're going to need to be descending down to 2,000 feet here shortly. ILWAC is going to be our initial approach fix. That kills me. So we already got our initial approach clearance into Astoria Regional Airport, and I'm actually kind of impressed compared to like X-Plane or FSX.
Descend and maintain 2,000 feet Cessna Alpha Juliet Whiskey.
Jesus, the generic. Anyways. Alright, we're going down to 2,000 feet. That's pretty good. So, I'm surprised. Like I said, it's a lot better than X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Simulator was horrible when it came to the ATC and the instrument flying. And so, let's see. Alrighty. So we're taking her down to 2,000 feet. I'll show it on the plate here.
Generic 57 Lima, contact Seattle Center.
So my only gripes that I have with the game so far, besides downloading it was a pain in the butt.
Seattle Center, generic November 2005, 13,000 feet.
Anyways, so I guess the only gripes I have with it so far are pretty much the Garmin. Obviously, I've
126.6 for generic 57 Lima.
So anyways, the Garmin G1000 and the G3000 are missing a lot of features, which I understand is going to be addressed.
Generic tree 8 Echo descend and maintain 3,500 feet.
But, so I'm really not complaining about it. The game is still beautifully done. There are some gripes. So basically, some of the magenta lines don't get to the point, so they don't switch points, which is interesting. There's a lot of things like I'm not able
Generic 578, contact Seattle Center on 128.
Not able to switch from the procedures. So if you go to like select an approach,
going to 128.3,
gotta love the AI.
Generic tree 8 Echo.
So basically, oh my goodness. If you, oh my goodness. Alright, we'll just go ahead and fly the approach. My first impressions are basically, the only gripes I have are the Garmin G1000, some of the magenta lines, trying to select a approach. So if you try to tip in the airport, or like switch in the airport with the FMS, you know, you can't select an approach. You pretty much have to select it in the menu beforehand, which is fine, whatever. editing your nav log is a little hard. You can remove, and it says you can add waypoints, but adding the waypoints isn't super great. But those are pretty much the only gripes I have so far. I haven't really flown any other planes besides the Cessna, but the graphics are incredible. I can't wait to get it on the high-end PC. But we'll just keep on flying it. I'll fly it just as I do in real life. Try and give as much knowledge as I can. We're flying at 2,000. I'll show it up here on the plate. We'll be heading to the initial fix, the IF down there. See me? Yeah, see me. So from see me, we'll head on into the final approach fix. See me will still be at 2,000. The only thing, I've done a few approaches, is the tower will tell you to like descend, so it's sand. The approach altitude for the fix is at or above 1,700. They'll tell you to go down to 1,700 when in real life they will just tell you to initiate, or to start the approach. And once they clear you for the approach, you just fly the approach. They don't have to tell you to go down to any approach fix. So since we're coming up to that, go ahead and drop that, get my bug down. 1,700. Pretty much leave it there. We'll use the vertical speed button to get us down there as soon as we pass our fix. Let's see, we are below. One thing I gotta do, get that mixture. Alright, mixture is in. Alright, so I've verified on my plate. I have the RNAV runway 8. Verified our dates. Astoria, Oregon. This is one of my favorite approaches to fly in real life because you're out over the water. Alright, we're coming up on Simi. Also, another thing, another gripe I have is that yeah, see, this is that 1,700 feet. In real life, they won't tell you. They'll just, in real life, they'll just tell you to, go ahead and do the approach. You're cleared for the approach, and then you'll just do the approach as you have it on your plate. So we'll go ahead and make our turn. Also, sometimes the turns overshoot for the GPS. Actually, do we have the approach feature? Altitude, heading. There it is. Alright, we'll hit approach mode. So see how we're turning back to the right to get on the course. So I haven't used the approach mode yet, so we'll go ahead and see if that works. I got the lights in sight. So we're coming up on our final approach fix, which is sand. So when we get to the final approach fix, we haven't even descended yet.
November 6838 Echo is missed approach at Kilo Alpha Sierra Tango.
Get down.
Generic 38 Echo, you are 1 miles west. Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Expect RNAV runway 26 approach via carb transition. Cleared to carb.
Oh, we have a plane above us too.
Generic 38 Echo, descend and maintain 5,400 feet.
Alright, we're just coming up on our 1,700. So we're gonna set up, I wanna slow it down a little bit. We're gonna drop our flaps. Alright, flaps 10. I always learn that when we're flying instrument, we're pretty much always going to fly flaps 10 on our landing. That's just how I always learned.
4 miles at 10,000 feet generic. Report them in sight.
So we're going to want around 80 knots on our approach. Usually about 1,900 to 2,000 RPMs will keep you at about 80. So I'm a little slow, just working that throttle. I freaking love the generic. Alright, so we're coming up on sand. Hopefully, there's a lot of generic going on. Alright. So we'll run over to our checklist. Before landing checklist, seatbelts are good. Fuel selectors down there at both. Mixture's rich. Flying instrument kind of towards night. Oh, catching a little bit of lag. So all lights on. I'm gonna leave autopilot on. Alrighty. We already have flaps 10. We're just hovering around 80 knots, which is just where we want to be. So we're coming up to sand here.
West of Kilo Alpha Sierra Tango.
Here comes
Cessna Alpha Juliet Whiskey. Kilo Alpha Sierra Tango traffic Cessna November 23 Alpha Juliet Whiskey 6 miles west inbound RNAV runway 8. Kilo Alpha Sierra Tango traffic Cessna November 23 Alpha Juliet Whiskey is on final runway 8 to land.
Oh, didn't mean to do that. That's okay. We'll go ahead and turn our autopilot off and start bringing it down. So I want to keep that 80 knots. So we're getting a little fast. Start work that power out. Oh, another thing that I noticed, another gripe I have is the Pappy and Vassy lights aren't very visible, if visible at all. Which, whatever. So we have high set, which is going to be our last one, our last waypoint, about 680. We want to remain above 680 feet, and that is 2 nautical miles from the end of the runway. Scenery is fantastic. Alright, so we hit high set. We're a little high. I can see our magenta diamond coming in a little high. So we're a little fast, a little high. Just work that power out, get that nose down. As soon as we get to that diamond, we'll pull up a little bit. Should bring back our airspeed. The approach is stabilized. Now I can see those Pappy lights. There we go. Looking good. A little bumpy. A little fast. Keep it on that pink diamond. Red over white. We're looking good. 80 knots. Boy, we were being bumped around pretty good. Still looking real good. Start running that power out just a little bit. 75 sounds good. As soon as we make the runway, we're gonna get that power out a little more. Still following that magenta diamond. Looking good, looking real good. Start working that power out all the way. Use the end of the runway to judge our height. And a little far. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Alright, well, simple enough. But yeah, the game is amazing. I can't wait to see what they come out with when it comes to the marketplace, what type of aircraft. I want to get that Cessna 182. It's another aircraft I fly in real life. Yeah, the scenery is amazing. The weather's amazing. I really couldn't have asked for a better game. I've been waiting a long time, practically since FSX came out, because it was already good enough. But, you know, after playing that for so long, you just I wanted to see what else they had, and this is exactly what I needed. So can't wait for them to fix all the problems and all the gripes that all the people have. But I think when they when they finalize it and they get everything going, I mean, it just got released. So, I mean, I'm not really
Kilo
going to
Alpha
complain.
Sierra Tango traffic Cessna November 23 Alpha Juliet Whiskey is clear of the runway.
I'm
Kilo
not going to
Alpha Sierra
complain.
Tango traffic Cessna November 23 Alpha Juliet Whiskey is clear of the runway.
I think that a lot of people are going to have a lot of complaints when it comes to this game just because it's new. And honestly, at first I thought that I was a little disappointed because, you know, if they're going to release it, they should have it pretty finalized. But, you know, after playing it, I really enjoy it. There's a lot of problems so far, but, you know, that doesn't mean they're not going to fix it. I definitely think they're going to get them fixed pretty quick. The community is pretty good so far about that stuff. So, I know I'm excited to see where they're going to go with it. Hopefully they fix the generic thing. I can't wait for liveries. But yeah. Well, thanks for watching the video. We're gonna get onto another approach soon. I'm just gonna be doing a whole series on flying instrument approaches around the United States. It's my favorite thing to do. I love flying instrument approaches in real life. Love flying them on here. And yeah. So we will see you in the next video.